This is the ET Channeling and Interdimensional Communication Zoom Workshop report for May 1st, 2025. We made contact, and ETs taught us how to bring 5D Earth. Okay, so I'm giving a report for the very first ET Channeling and Interdimensional Communication Zoom workshop. I've got 2 Zoom meetings and workshops at thunderwizard.com, and this is the latest one. And the point of this Zoom workshop is for those of us who have been doing interdimensional meditation CE5, seeking to make human-initiated contact with extraterrestrials. We come together and first we do CE5. We do the CE5 protocols and we vector back to our homes. We create a portal through which higher dimensional ETs can come and interact with us, communicate with us. This is all happening during the live Zoom group. And then we listen to what we are being communicated. And an interesting thing happened. Now, I have never had one of these before, and so I wasn't sure what was going to happen. I just knew that I wanted to really dive more deeply into how we can communicate with these beings. And my thought was that it would be an opportunity for people to try out their telepathic connections and share with the rest of the group what they're experiencing, what they're feeling, and what their messages, what they're getting from the ETs. So first, I just have to say that it was an incredibly powerful experience. In fact, it was so powerful for me that I had dreams all night which completely reshifted me on another level. And it's one thing to do interdimensional meditation alone, and it's another thing when you're doing it with other people, and then it's another thing when you're together communicating what the light beings are telling you. And that's what we did. So I can't speak for everybody in the group, but for me, the energy level, by energy I mean the concentrated higher dimensional spirit energy that was flowing through my body, was off the charts. It was as powerful as I've ever felt it. Extremely powerful, deeply loving, and each person had their own particular energetic experience because everybody's different and everybody has different needs. So some people, the experience might be very gentle and very loving. For some people, it might be very blissful and happy. And for people like me, I'm an energy junkie, it might just be super powerful. And so that's what it was for me. And so we communicated what we were experiencing, what we were seeing as we were meditating, and then what we were experiencing. I later said, okay, let's open our eyes and see if we can communicate, all of us, like the whole group. And it was like we had a meeting, a Zoom meeting with humans and ETs together, communicating. And I received some very interesting information from the other members who were basically channeling to me what the light beings were telling them about me and what would be helpful for me. And it turned out to be extremely powerful. So now I know what it's like to be on the other side of that channeling. It's a very wonderful and powerful experience. And one of the most practical things that came out of it was the ETs seemed to want to talk about or guide us toward how to be in a 5D state and how we could make that shift. And so there were some very practical advice, as well as we can feel the energy of the higher dimensional frequencies as we're doing this. And so we would continue the discussion, and when certain subjects that we focused on having to do with shifting up the energy would get more and more powerful, and then we would kind of, go off course, if you will, and start talking about 3D things, and we could feel the energy dissipating. At one point, it felt like the energy had completely disappeared. And I felt that, and I turned us back towards other 5D subjects, and the energy came back very strongly. And by the end of that, we went for a while, and by the end of that, I was, there was my third eye and my crown chakra were just ablaze, and the energy was extremely intense for me. And then, as I said, that night I had dreams that they were dreams where my unconscious was releasing a lot of old tapes, a lot of old programming. And when I woke up this morning, I felt very different. So my ongoing experience with these channeling sessions, whether it's interdimensional meditation or whether it's channeling, now this new Zoom class that we've got going on, this ET channeling interdimensional communication Zoom workshop, that now is another very powerful tool in my tool belt. And the end result is, as I do these, I can feel that every time I do it, I get a little bit closer. I get a little bit closer, and I get a little less attached. And, it's just getting to the point where this third dimensional world just really doesn't have nearly as much influence on me as it has in the past. And I'm able to even see more through all of the nonsense that used to make me very anxious and afraid, and the stuff that binds us to the whole third dimensional matrix lie. Now, it's one thing to know that you're living in a lie, and it's another thing to detach from it. And to me, this is the most powerful aspect of having direct communication with higher dimensional ETs, is that just by being connected to them, in order to stay connected to them, their energy will start disconnecting you from the third dimension. Listen, a lot of people, I think there's a lot of people that can't handle the power that comes from this. And, it's very difficult letting go of the third dimension. And so there's a lot of people that are going to be afraid of this. And that's, I think, why, some of these, some of the things I do on my channel don't get nearly the amount of, support and views that I think they should. And I think really it's because right now the average person on Earth isn't ready for this level of energy. So I'm putting out the challenge to you. Do you have the guts to be in the presence of this high level energy? And are you willing to allow that to shift you up? And if you are, that's what we're doing here. So these ET channeling interdimensional communication Zoom workshops, you can go to thunderwizard.com and subscribe. Not just subscribe to the Patreon channel. That's what it is. Not subscribe for free. You can do that if you want, but specifically you want to subscribe to this tier if you want this. We've got a bunch of other stuff. We've got interdimensional mentorship. I'm going to do one of those in just a little bit here, and that is, people show up, and instead of me mentoring you and telling you what to do, I just simply show up and I let the ETs tell you what will be most helpful for you. And it's a way for me to channel their energy directly to you. So we do these interdimensional mentorships, which again you can find at thunderwizard.com. If you want a personal channeled reading, like you've seen me do on the channel, you can go to channel.thunderwizard.com, and we do have 2 of them. We have the 50% off, where that means that you're allowing me to tape the channeling session, and then I'm going to upload it on the channel. If you want it to stay private, you can pay full price, and it will keep it private for you. All right, so we still have the live guided interdimensional meditations every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. And we have the live CE5 meditations every Saturday at 8:30 p.m. All right, so I'm really enjoying all this, and I hope that you take advantage of this while you can. I gotta say, it's probably the most powerful thing I know of that we can use to shift ourselves up. So that's it for this video anyway. I love you all. Please be very good to yourselves, and I will see you all very soon.